Satire site The Babylon Bee found itself suspended by MailChimp on Thursday. MailChimp claimed it was a machine error. Bee CEO Seth Dillon fired back, saying they will be changing to service providers who don't make such errors.
Amid a recent surge in conservative sites and voices getting silenced, satire site The Babylon Bee finds itself suspended and slammed as a misinformation site. Email marketing service MailChimp on Thursday suspended The Babylon Bee, claiming it put out harmful information in its emails. Babylon Bee CEO Seth Dillon tweeted about it, and MailChimp responded, apologizing and reinstating the Bee. But Dillon says they'll look for another service provider. We sat down with Dillon to hear his thoughts on the recent action and publicity against the Bee.
If they don't like us, then the surest and quickest way to get us shut up is to lump us in with fake news.
Referring in part to a series of articles the New York Times published about the site. The newspaper was then forced to retract defamatory statements they had made about the Bee.
They're saying that we traffic in misinformation. They haven't been very successful because it's pretty obvious that we're satire. And then this last case, we had the New York Times actually retracting that and deleting it out of the article so it no longer makes those defamatory statements about us.
Similarly, Dillon says fact-checking sites don't live up to the responsibilities that come with the power they hold.
They're trying to shape the narrative. They're trying to establish what people will believe as true rather than trying to expose the truth or unearth the truth or clear away misinformation. So ironically, they're actually playing a role in perpetuating the spread of misinformation rather than stopping it.
One instance is a 2019 article from the New York Times that pitted the Babylon Bee against Snopes. The CEO of Snopes said we have absolutely no ability to demonetize, deplatform, or blacklist anybody. Dillon weighs in.
Technically, he's right. Snopes can't turn our website off. Snopes can't kill our Facebook page with a flip of a switch. However, they can mischaracterize us and say that we're misinformation.
And what can that label do?
Now, who do you think Facebook looks to determine which sites are with misinformation and which aren't? Facebook looks to Snopes. They look to the New York Times. They look to fact checkers. It'd be very likely, in fact, that they would play a significant role in getting us deplatformed.
The Babylon Bee has a term for that, called fulfilled prophecies.
We call them fulfilled prophecies when one of our jokes starts out as satire, and then we see a headline, a real headline in real news that very closely lines up with whatever the joke was that we were making.
What's an example of a fulfilled prophecy?
We joked about how the Black Lives Matter movement had been nominated for the Nobel Peace Prize, which was just kind of an ironic joke because of the violence that we were seeing everywhere. And then it actually happened. The group did, in fact, nominate the BLM movement for a Nobel Peace Prize.
Dillon has a message for people who suffer the same kind of treatment he and his site have been through.
My hope is that it emboldens more people to come forward and fight back. And one of the things that Project Veritas is trying to do is actually start a legal fund to help people who wouldn't otherwise have the resources to fight the New York Times or CNN or whoever's defaming them. I hope that it just encourages more people to get aggressive in fighting back and not take it lying down, for sure.
James O'Keefe and his organization, Project Veritas, are embroiled in a lawsuit against the New York Times for defamation.